a pair of WNBA heavy with the visiting 11-3 Liberty team, subject to change, of course, and we are Natasha Cloud, the former Phoenix Mercury, pulling up short on that shot. That's a great effort on the second chance point, and Gardner with the bucket.
And that's just something.
New York coming off that victory on the road, hard fought against Golden State, 81-78. While Phoenix completing a defeating Chicago 107-86. Stewie short on that mid-range, and she will get a lot of those looks, Charlie.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open, but we've got AT and Stewie running the point for their teams. They do it all.
Look inside. What a pass from Cat inside to AT.
I don't know, how should we say? Yeah, ovation from this Mercury fan base. They really appreciated her.
Ionescu playing with that sore neck. Basket didn't want it, will go the other way. Two apiece were early. Mercury hosting the Liberty, two of the best teams in all of the WNBA, in a rematch. Game one, won by the Mercury just last week. Akoa Makani, she'll pull the trigger early and often from distance.
Great inside action for the Mercury there.
Stewart off the pick. Another offensive rebound. Niara Sabali, the Sabali sisters going at it. There's Niara, wearing Liberty.
Is her offensive and defensive rebounding.
Sabali, corner. Sabali sisters going toe-to-toe.
She said they'd be trapped.
Cloud all the way to the cup. Tough take. We're going to let him play. Here comes AT. Westbeld, catch, shoot, not there. Cat's been a little chilly from beyond the arc. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, she just had a tremendous career here at the Phoenix Mercury and won a championship, had a great run. Talked about that in her pregame.
Off-season home here for Brondello. She got a big ovation as well. 5-4 Mercury with the lead and splashing it home. Akoa Makani, one of the best in the business from distance.
The league right now, odd that they doubled AT there.
The travel is going to
his team that he can squeeze, and that is really playing the kind of basketball that he wants to play.
Copper blew the layup, clapped her hands, and she got the perfect dime from AT, that scope surgery at home.
Yeah, it's her first home game, so there's a few jitters, but man, that was a great slip. They created a great shot. Both teams are really getting a lot of paint touches right now.
Block from behind! But the foul will be called as schemes with some key injured players. The New York Liberty
wide open. So you can see that we're getting really good looks right now at the rim and collapsing the defense. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments New York makes against us to have some better help side.
Leonie Fibic playing in the Eurobasket tournament. She's missing from that starting lineup for the Liberty, as well as Natasha Mack checks in. Short on that shot, Cloud, we're going the other way. 8-5, under 6 to go in this opening quarter. Double team on Ionescu, nice pass and finish inside, Sabali. Locks it. Good offensive rebound. That's what Mack will do. May not score a whole lot, but affects the game in so many other ways. Inside look, and there's the finish, AT. Stewart, what a great move. And affecting that shot is Mack.
Good help set on that possession.
Pull up, Mack, you bet.
So in the last game and even in the Valkyrie game, they'll look for the Mercury to continue to work the ball screen offense.
Slick move by Ionescu. AT, if you give her that space, she's going to take it.
And Sandy Brondello talked about just the defenders that they're missing right. Players are going to have to step up on the defensive end.
It's going to be critical. The depth for both clubs will tell the tale tonight as Johannes checks in for New York, along with Burke. Pull-up, jumper, not there. Cold start for Ionescu. Sammy Whitcomb on the floor, off the bench for Nate Tibbetts and the Mercury. Same with Kit Loxa, both sharpshooters from distance. Picking up that dribble is AT. Now the handoff to Whitcomb. 7 on the shot clock. Sammy, are you kidding me? She has been torrid the last 3 games.
48% from the 3 coming into this game.
Off the bench and the quick stick. Burke all the way to the cup. Nicely done on the finish. You talk about three-point shooters. That is Kennedy Burke, and yet she's at the cup.
She's adjusting. That's a smart player. She knows we're going to run her off the line.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, the Mercury are going to run her off the line, so New York's got to, everybody, both teams are going to have to do a lot of adjusting in this rematch.
Love the game of Kennedy Burke, one of the absolute front runners for 6th Player of the Year in the WNBA. Copper flat left to go in the first quarter. Loxa pulling up. Man, you can go to that bench, Charlie, and get a lot of
leadership. Knew we were getting, that the Mercury were getting a great shooter in Loxa. They didn't realize they were going to get such a great score, because she is more than a three-point shooter.
10 on the shot clock. Ionescu wants to step through, can't do it. Burke, there's your 3 points. Ace, and she drills it. Is Kennedy Burke, had the 20 points and 4 triples against Golden State, and there is your Mercury answer.
Both these teams, transition defense is going to be huge, because they're going to try to jam it down each other's throats.
The pace, both clubs love it fast. What a pass by Ionescu into Burke.
And New York needs somebody like it might be Kennedy Burke.
7 quick points in a matter of minutes for Burke off the bench.
2 minutes remain in the first quarter.
Turnover, it's been a pretty clean game, but we're going to go the other way. Stewie, you bet, and that's a great job by Ionescu to look off that defender.
And that Stewie has got him and finishing in transition.
First 2 points in the game for Stewart. Great ball fake. Loxa so sweet on the touch.
Laugh about the Mercury, because they aren't really looking for that mid-range, but they sure can live on it but sometimes with some of their scores.
Another turnover for the Mercury as Tibbetts. Ionescu scoreless, but with the 5 assists already for Sabrina. Sherrod on the floor for the Liberty. 23-16. Burke. Oh, how good has Kennedy been?
And give Sabrina another assist.
There you go.
Like Ionescu finds other ways to help her team when her shots aren't going in.
All right. Sabally just went up against Sabally, not there, but Kalani Brown mops up.
In the league at 70% in shots 3 feet or closer, and
well, she loves the high percentage stuff.
And yeah, she does a great job of getting position down there.
Tough shot by Ionescu, not there. Believe to slow it down, 25-19. You see 15 on the shot clock. Now there's 20 on the game clock. Here's Satu, former Oregon Duck teammates going at it. Ionescu and Satu Sabally. 4 on the shot clock. Now you got to go tough. You got to put it up, Cat. Oh, to beat the shot clock buzzer. Not there. You put it up.
All right, that's not tonight, guys.
Thanks to you both as the second quarter commences from PH.
Pointed out, and it's not that the Mercury. I mean. That's a 4-pointer if Sammy's playing in the All-Star. 16 days for the Mercury since they've been able to play at home. I think they're pretty fired up right now.
Whitcomb with 6 points via the triples.
But remember, New York got down 17 against the Dream and came back and won.
Been around the track. In fact, one of her stops was in New York, got a warm embrace from the Liberty. But I mean, I'm telling you, she has found a home in Phoenix.
Well, she has, but she's just a worker. She prepares. She gets up every morning, 6:40, does extra shots, does her extra pro workouts, and she knew.
Whitcomb coming off the worst 3-point shooting year last season of her career, and she is getting well in a hurry. And one, Niara Sabally Take it.
Mac is probably kicking herself a little bit for letting her drive to her strong hand and then giving her the and one. But again, Mac is, like Cobb, so she's still working her way back into her rhythm.
Sabally with 8 points. She usually gives you nearly 7, so she's over her seasonal average. Niara Sabally has really been good along. Ooh, oh, hog-tied inside. Wow. Satu got
Her first personal. First team
basket, Euro bucket, excuse me, and it's been an impressive showing for Gardner up the.
Gardner and Sabally that have probably doubled their minutes since they've lost those 2 starters.
Satu reverses, sweet, ambidextrous, and she shows you why.
And that's where that a bit for the Liberty at times.
Stewie was there on the cut. Liberty couldn't find her. Here's Burke, who's already in double figures. Ball batted away. Good defense in the passing lane by the Liberty, or excuse me, the Mercury. And here comes Laksa. Satu grabs her own miss, tries to find Matt. Scrum for the ball. Wow. Coming up with it, Phoenix. Good hustle play. Satu tees up the 3. Not there. Sherrod wants to push. Burke off the bench with 10 for the Liberty. Copper all the way to the cup and scoring. And that's Copper's first bucket of 2020.
And as we said, probably a little nervous coming out that first quarter, but definitely ready to play the way she knows how to play.
What a matchup here. Stewart goes right at AT and scores.
A little more of that. Running Stewie into the paint.
She's been
small.
Yeah, and she's been so hot the last 5. Stewie averaging almost 25 a game. Get her the ball, New York. Okay, Kalia Copper from distance.
Brianna Stewart is truly an MVP candidate in this league because she doesn't just score. I mean, she brings the ball up. She guards 1 through 5. She is doing it all, and she's really having to do even more with so many of her teammates out right now.
Lazy pass, AT. You love her leading the break. Distance, boom, Laksa.
She's home, and even better, she's doing better.
Kate, how about Coach Tibbetts bringing his 2 daughters and the rest of the staff showing up for the epic welcome home?
Do they not have a bedtime in that household? I tell you. But I love they got AT and Satu. They would meet them at the airport, greet them, and so they just took their show on the road to the train station.
That's awesome. All aboard Amtrak, Lexi Hill. Turnover, Mercury. Johannes gets the 3, and there's a little bounce in the step of the Liberty, and 5 quick points for New York.
Yeah, this is a chance.
Not a chance. Defending WNBA champions, this Liberty. Laksa, my goodness, though, keeps the hot hand.
Screen so well, and she reads off her screen so well. She needs so little space and time to get a shot off.
Johannes leaves it. Isabel Harrison with the mid-range. With this matchup tonight. Good hands by the Liberty. Stewie wants to lead the break. Catch, shoot, and another 3 for Johannes.
I like that timeout for Nate because you're more excited about her than maybe any player. Very impressive.
She had a career high 21 against this Liberty team last time out as Westfeld's shot bounces out into the hands of Sabally. Long rebound goes to Johannes. Back into this thing and then some. Johannes has been huge and she is feeling it. Wow.
Tibbetts' goal in this game is to keep New York Liberty uncomfortable. Sandy Bordello's goal, disciplined basketball.
Deep into the shot clock, Nicole McConney hits it.
Ice water in her veins. A rookie that is just fearless on offense and just so tough on defense.
Her mid-range is so pure, but you just cannot go to sleep on her from distance. Good hands, Westfeld. She's going to try to find Sammy and does. Cutter, not there. Right back to Westfeld. Catch, shoot, rim it out. It's a good look for Kat.
You mentioned earlier, so her hitting a couple shots for the Mercury was big early in the first quarter.
Cloud, unlucky there, grabs her own miss. Ionescu has been so cold. Remember playing with that bad neck.
Credit the Mercury's defense because they are making her every shot. That might have been the best look she has gotten all game. And of course,
it just drills that thing. 47-40. Answer is there. Satu, she shakes her fist.
that was
Down the stretch, she was awesome. She was frigid from the floor, but the free throws won it against Golden State.
And that's just a great sequence because the Mercury, again, Nate Tibbetts loves the grit of this team. I mean, they are so...
Waiting goal.
In the second quarter, 2 minutes.
Copper leans into the three, splashes it home. For Copper, making her home debut of the season. Cloud will shoot the technical and hit.
And even though Kahleah Copper got hit in the face, you can have
Points.
Ever since New York called that one timeout, I feel that this Mercury team, they know how to respond.
TV schedule, some good ones. Looking forward to the Liberty and Storm. Oh man, I mean, just running the gauntlet, and through the gauntlet is AT.
Oh my God, quicker crossover than most of your true backcourt guards in the world.
The great Diana Taurasi, her third longest streak in the WNBA history with games of 10 points. Triple goes in the books. Nate Tibbetts flies out onto the floor, picks up something. Looks like maybe it's some gum or something.
Yeah, he picked up Sammy Whitcomb's gum. That's a see a need, feel a need head coach, let me tell you.
Copper. And the Mercury all under a minute to go. Assist and score, she's doing both tonight.
She does it all, definitely on triple-double watch.
Wild shot, bringing down rain. I think somebody got a piece of that. Here's Stewie. Stewie getting it right back from Ionescu. And a great time to bring in Kate Longworth, the third member of our broadcast team. Kate?
Well, guys, I was able to talk to both coaching quarters. As for New York, they want to see increased communication from their players on the court to see more shots like that from Sabally. And also looking Mercury pleased with the pace of the offense, how the team is sharing the ball. Just like she went on.
Against these two teams, Monique Okoa-Makani went off from the mid-range, so you know, the New York
high 21 for Okoa-Makani when these two teams met in the Big Apple last week. Cloud stepping in and contesting with Satu, but high off the glass is Natasha, the former Mercury.
is so quick off the dribble.
Double team, Sabally throws it away. Cloud had a quiet night in that Golden State victory, scoring this evening, but there's the turnover. Okoa-Makani inside. Single coverage, AT takes it right at Gardner, who goes straight up. Stepping through Stewart, and how about the block by Westbeld?
Well, the hand is part of the ball, but they called it. So it was again, MVP candidate. They're gonna look at those touches a little harder when you're
points a pop. She and Ionescu have got to get cooking. Another turnover. Okoa-Makani throws it away. Cloud, full head of steam. She's going to kick it. Good transition defense. Mercury. Ionescu doesn't take the three. She's been quiet. Here's Sabrina. Thought she'd pull up. Instead, it's Cloud with 4 on the shot clock. Stewart, so tough.
Wow, that's Stewie's, that's her money spot. Stewart are pretty good at beasting their way down the lane. And there's Natasha Cloud finding that space.
Answering with the deuce at the rim, beating everybody down the floor wearing Mercury gear.
New York did a great job in the third quarter of adjusting their game. So now the Mercury is countering that and getting away from a lot of those early ball screens.
So Westbeld off the ball. Stewart, that's great hands by Westbeld. Looks like a tie up, I should say. And finally the late whistle.
Regular shot over her sister.
The Sabali sisters going at it again. AT fouled, she'll go to the line. Looks like Gardner got so special.
And great finish. And on her left side.
The two German internationals who played together with
You were calling games, Ann, and really, Riara didn't get healthy until Satu left.
Yep. And now they're playing against Stewie. So tough. And New York needs a
same play, this quick high on ball screen for their positionless stars.
Stewart now in double figures. Ionescu still cold. Coming off consecutive chilly games, that's for sure. They'd love to get her to the free throw line to get something going. Cloud stepping back, didn't want the three. Whistle away from the ball. 10 on the shot clock for Ionescu. Cloud dumps it inside Stewie. Look at this matchup. Quick feet, Stewart, you bet. Oh, she's starting to feel it.
So much left all away. Really hard to guard.
AT now going against Stewart. Queen in the pro ranks. Copper had a good look, nothing there, one and done. Here's Cloud. New York hanging around. Ionescu keeps that ball alive. Now Cloud, 10 on the shot clock right here for Natasha. Elevates, not there. Mack who checks in with the ball. Long way to go in this one. At one point, the Mercury led by 19. Whitcomb turns it over. Stewart leading everybody. Stewart at the cup. And Brianna is starting to take. She guards the toughest players. She plays any position. Brianna Stewart is as good as advertised every single. She's got 10 points in this quarter and counting. And one for AT. Satu as AT slips and Satu finds her. AT completes the three-point play to go along with those 10 assists. Cloud answers. What a game we've got going.
Yeah, Natasha Cloud's just getting downhill kind of at will against the Mercury right now, and really all game.
Wide open, Satu, triple. You better close on her.
Defensive teams are playing some score more basketball right now, Ann.
Score more, I love it. Third triple of the game for Sabali. And that's Satu who we're talking about with all those triples. Good hustle play, pace, third frame.
She should have just let her win.
Her first
keep going to the basket, yeah.
Excuse me, Charlie, as Johannes, it was a break for New York. She would have played for France, and of course, Niara Sabali deciding not to play for Germany as she continues to kind of get that knee right. But that's good news for Brondello, as Fibic is, of course, playing in.
And you could say the same for the Mercury in terms of their players committing to stay.
Catch and shoot. Sammy Whitcomb just keeps doing her thing off the bench where she is lethal. Fourth triple of the game for Whitcomb. She's a perfect 4 for 4 from distance. Off the pick.
Again.
One-legged there. Mack skies for the board. Satu stepping into the three and hitting.
And this is what the Mercury have done all year long. They'll get a lead for 2 34-point games. She then sat out, and she really hasn't found her groove coming back yet.
Clouds
her a little bit more at this point because she has truly been getting to the rim at will this entire game. And usually the Phoenix
to those at the rim over her seasonal average. First miss from beyond the arc for Sammy Whitcomb. Mack keeps it alive, and the Mercury will reload. Mack. And the Liberty will give her that shot all day. 66. Cloud's free throw stop, a big run, and at the cup again, at the cup, and this time it's Harrison.
Layup.
And again, this is a Liberty team, defending WNBA champs, missing starters. They're not going to go away. Another offensive rebound. but 25 left to go in the third. Whitcomb, oh, Sammy with the fake. Cloud answers.
And that's really a shot you're okay with Natasha Cloud taking, but she's just a little fired up to be back in Phoenix.
Oh, the triples just keep on coming for the Mercury. They've got record with 17 against Chicago last time out.
I'm going to go ahead and venture that record's going to get broken tonight.
Satu throws it away. Sammy Whitcomb making history with all the triples in consecutive games. 15+ three-pointers made in consecutive games for Whitcomb. First time in WNBA.
I've mentioned this before, but Fleur McIntyre just really, her Australian ties knew what a stud Sammy Whitcomb is and had been very familiar with her in the attic when Sammy Whitcomb joined the Mercury. And there's Laska could have just kind of walked to the room there. New York is kind of dragging right now. Probably could use a timeout.
Well, they could use this.
I just love her. I'm so proud of her, and this is honestly like, what else do you want?
Thank you very much.
Escu with the 5 points, elevates. She'll go to the line, and that's where, you know, she and Stewie both going to the free throw line, Charlie, more than ever in their careers, and that's where a couple of tosses for Ionescu, playing with that sore neck. Been quiet up to this point. Good start to the fourth quarter for the All-Star. 88-74, we are early. Oh, look at that pass from Sabali, wide open cat. Phoenix now has 26 assists. That ties a season high, and we've got 8:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Incredible. Let's see if the Liberty can get some stops, Charlie, and get back into this thing. Sammy all the way to the cup and rolls out, and Kalani Brown mops up.
And that's Kalani Brown's job. She is great at it, getting those one-footers, being there for her teammates.
Good block inside to the floor for the Liberty. Short on that shot, but Sabrina will go.
She clearly didn't think that she did.
Sabali, a 92, is
trying to put the team on her back right now, and the Mercury needs to kind of key into that.
Perfect 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Liberty have gone to the free throw line 17 times, hitting 14 tosses, 6 for 7 from the line for the Mercury, but they're doing their damage from the floor. Skying for the board and flying down the floor. Davis with the rare. Ooh. Kalani.
At times, but she is an excellent defender, and she really can draw fouls and get into the key.
Excuse me. She didn't like that call, but I like where you're coming from, breaking it down, Charlie. All right. Sammy, rimming out. Harrison all the way to the rim, and again, this is a New York team with pride hanging around.
You know, she wasn't even over half court, and the post players going coast to coast on the Mercury. Everybody's got to get back.
Ball moving around. Kalani not able to follow up. Brown usually deadly from
opportunities.
Good positioning by Kalani. Brown with the 5 rebounds to go along with 4 points. Again, the bench has been dynamic for this Phoenix team. Runner for AT, and it's been cold shooting for the Mercury. We haven't seen this the entire game. They broke the 100 mark against Chicago in that runaway. It was a really good look for Ionescu.
New York Liberty, no.
And there is triple number 17 to tie the franchise mark.
A step back like that, I don't think it would matter if they knew. That was just a beautiful shot. Of upsets, I mean, these teams, it's early. It's only a little over a third of the way through the season. Everybody's getting better. Lots can happen.
Over 12,000 here. Wow. A sellout rematch, game one, won by the Mercury in New York City. As an assist for this Phoenix club. Sherrod so quick, can't get her home. Here comes Copper. Akomakani elevates, mid-range isn't there. (95-81), still a lot of time left. Well played by Harrison.
And I feel like New York's doing a great. The Mercury probably want to use the clock a little bit, just making sure that they get the best shot they can.
Reverse.
I think they'll take that shot.
Footwork was nice by Copper.
Copper reminds me of winning all of her MVPs and world championships at Houston. That might be a tough reference for some of you younger people out there, but
home debut after missing all of those home games after getting the knee scope in preseason. And this bench for Phoenix. The best in the WNBA in terms of bench production, it's this Phoenix team.
Well, both these organizations do a tremendous job with their rosters, and if New York had all their bodies, they would really be better than the Mercury, but it is quite good as well.
All right, brand new franchise record for triple. The Liberty 102-85. It's been a complete team effort. New York led 2-0, Charlie, 2-0. And from there, it has been all Phoenix.
I was just going to say that the Phoenix Mercury are not taking their foot off the gas.
They're liking this lead, that's for sure. The way they've been shooting the ball. Copper, good quick hands by Sherrod, and she's down. Kind of holding her ankle. Colorado Buffalo grad.
We've both watched her play a lot, and man, is she a high motor, energy, make things happen player.
Niara kicks it. Davis, back rim and off. Ball's gonna stay right here. Let's see who that foul is on. Looks like it's gonna go against her, but almost 49% from beyond her.
And she's a good three-point shooter.
Niara Sabally, she and her sister have had themselves well over her seasonal average. Niara now has 14 points. That ties her career high. What a gamer.
And the key for her is staying healthy. Beautiful pass by Kat Westfeld, finding Musa underneath the basket. MJ, that they call, is what's like you in scoring off of cuts.
Wow.
And we just saw that in full display that last possession.
Could Niara Sabally step up? She's showing an awful lot tonight.
Absolutely. She's only played in about half of their games.
Right.
And, you know it's killing her not to be able to play right now. But, yeah, I think Niara is going to be, a force to be reckoned.
Phoenix last week. This now a season high for the Mercury, and Alyssa Thomas will end her night 1 rebound short of yet another triple-double. She leads the WNBA in career triple-doubles, 1 rebound short tonight.
I have to side with the Mercury coaching staff and getting her out of the game at this point when it's already decided. I'd rather have a healthy player than worry so much about records. This team is really on a mission to win a championship.
I agree.
And they got to be thinking about things like that.
Offensive rebound, Musa. Williams keeps the ball alive, under a minute to go. 1 on the shot clock. Hey! Kiana Williams.
She wasn't in a training camp this year, but she's been training in Houston with one of her family members, NBA player, and it shows.
And those 30 assists, not only a season high, but a career high for the Mercury. Wow.
Phoenix Mercury.
Mack tees it up. Not there.
They had a week to prepare, a lot of rest, a lot of practice. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. I would say it was a huge blessing this week.
Teams in the WNBA, and the crowd will tell the story. Another woo between a pair of